Welcome to Crimson Guitars and welcome to my chaos. Everybody else is getting ready for the Tame Guitar and Music Fair. It's down towards London from us, and it's the 5th of June. 5th of June, so it's this Sunday. And we're taking a bunch of guitars, a bunch of tools, and all of that jazz. I have been preparing myself for a self-imposed challenge and for the pilot episode of what I'm hoping was going to be a long-running series of sort of reality TV show type guitar building shows. Now the format is going to change slightly, but this first pilot we're filming it. I've decided that I can build, I hope, a full custom guitar in 12 hours in one day without stopping, except to eat and probably weep in the corner a little bit. And it's taken a little bit of preparation, putting out all the wood and the tools and the bits and pieces that I think I'm going to need. So I've got 2 workbenches full here, and the point of this video really is to first of all tell you that this is happening. I am going to be filming it on Monday from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. I hope it will all be finished at 8 o'clock on Monday night. We are out in the sticks in the wilds of Dorset, and our internet connection is just diabolical. There's no way we can live stream this. And frankly, they've actually told me there's no way that we could even upload it on the same day without causing huge problems. So we are going to upload over the course of the week 24 half-hour episodes, and those will literally be, we're going to have 2 camera people following me throughout the day, and as the half hour comes up there'll be a stopwatch and they're going to switch cameras over, and it is literally going to be real time as much as humanly possible. I suppose the battery's going to run out at some point and bits and pieces like that, but it's basically going to be as live as possible, and we are going to upload those videos in real time on Saturday. James, what's the date on Saturday? A week from Saturday. He's looking it up for us. James is definitely trying to be quiet in the corner, and of course I'm bringing him into the video. Saturday the 11th of June, Christopher's birthday. All of these videos are going to be going live. I was thinking about doing it on Tuesday or Wednesday, but quite frankly, too many of you have gainful jobs, gainful employment. Anyway, so yeah, on Saturday, the 11th of June, and we're going to upload them throughout the week, but schedule it so that each episode goes live at the same time that we were filming it. So 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Make sure you've had an early night on Friday night, not too much of the old sauce, as it were. But every half hour a new consecutive episode is going to go live, and we will see if I can build a proper custom guitar in 12 hours or if I fail utterly. Anyway, now the whole point of this video is to walk you through what we're doing. The plan is I'm not taking this isn't going to be an easy thing. I'm not having pre-slotted fretboards. This is my fretboard blank. It's a sort of a Macassar ebony type thing. It's going to be a one-piece top, but I am carving the whole thing. This is going to be a traditional PRS Les Paul type recurved full carve. The body is going to be a 2-piece real mahogany body. This is going to need jointing, and there's a little bit of some inclusions and things there, so we'll see what happens with that. And the neck is going to be it's going to be a set neck. I'm going to glue the thing in. I'm making it out of a single chunk of quarter sawn mahogany, so I don't have to glue wings on, and I don't have to joint the neck. This is really dry, nice wood, so it's going to be stable, because frankly, if the guitar falls apart, it's going to be a failure, and if it isn't playable, it's going to be a failure, and if it doesn't sound... I probably shouldn't do this, should I? And there's of course a sort of a headstock veneer. The one bit of wood I haven't actually pulled out yet is back plates. I need to find back plates. Now let us go through the tools and what we've got and what I think I'm going to need for the whole build. Brocking neck rest. A lot of these, of course, can be bought through Crimson Guitars, or if you have a bandsaw, make yourself one of these. This is a new toy actually of mine. It's basically a leather strop on a leveling file base, and I've been using this to polish frets recently. I'm going to need a variety of chisels, IBC and Ashley Isles, and this ultra cool little gouge. It's a Japanese thing made out of some rebar, which I love. And we've got the new and improved Crimson Guitars inlay chisels, so that's 1mm, 2mm and 3mm wide. And yeah, we've updated those recently. What's that? That's a pickup surround. I don't need a pickup surround. We have nut slotting files. And of course, you know, that's self-explanatory, absolutely necessary. There's even a little nut. There we go. That's water buffalo horn. And it actually surprised me just how many tools and bits and pieces are required to build a guitar. If we get enough support and we film a second guitar, I'm going to pare that down as much as humanly possible. And the next episode will be me building a guitar with as few tools as possible, without the planer thicknesser and the bandsaws and all that. That'll be quite fun. Anyway, carry on. Wire cutters to cut wires. Router bits. This is just a little simple, cheap little beast, but I'm also going to be using a lot of the radian cutters, the 4-flute radian cutters, because they give a much cleaner cut, which should minimize my sanding. The entire fret leveling and dressing toolkits. So we've got fret rocker for the fretwork, not straight edge to help figure out what's happening with the neck and make sure it's straight. Standard straight edges. I'm trying to go through this quite fast now. And fret leveling files, fret end dressing files. Crimson Guitars fretting hammer. This is the dead blow version, my personal dead blow version. People steal my tools, so I've started putting my my initials on them because they're horrible. And of course, and in our essential fret dressing and leveling toolkit is the Crimson Guitars fret polishing rubbers. I suspect, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be using these because I'm going to be trying to go as fast as humanly possible, and there are faster ways to level frets. This is a lovely little glue spreader type thing, and the masking tape and super glue trick is essential. I'm going to be using this a lot. If you haven't seen our video on that, I think it's called the greatest Luthier's trick ever. Sanding blocks, and I'm going to have those all preloaded. These are understring radius gauges, but they're also strong enough to act as standard radius gauges, so we use those. Screwdriver. This is a mind-blowing video. There are so many tools required to build an instrument. One of the most important actually is rulers. Accurate rulers of various different sizes are an absolute essential bit of kit. I've got a pair of IBC marking knives here that I'm going to be using quite a lot, but also scalpels and my lovely scratch awl here. That's from BC Woodworks. They're pretty awesome. Use scalpel blades and scratch awls and things like that constantly. Burnisher and scrapers. Especially because I'm trying to be quick. Scrapers are much faster, and if they're nice and sharp, which is essential of course, they get a better finish than sandpaper and can speed things up massively. More rasps. This is an Ariu rasp. I've had this thing for about 15 years now. Crikey. I've known this rasp longer than I've known my wife. And of course the Japanese Shinto saw rasp. We sell these. It is one of the biggest selling tools that we don't make ourselves. They are phenomenal. I have two. I've also got one that actually I've had for easily a decade or more. Files. This is a fine sort of smooth cut file that again will help minimize sanding moving forward. various saws, various hammers. This is just necessary. The measuring stuff is absolutely essential as well. This is the protractor. This is the general ultra rule, made in the USA. Incra do one. There's various people that do those. I'm trying to build this as fast as humanly possible. I'm going to be using the alkaline fast set glue. Clamping time half an hour to 4 hours. I did a video recently where my son had broken the headstock of my personal acoustic guitar, and I spooged glue and clamped it up, left it for 4 hours, and strung the guitar up, and the headstock didn't snap off, and the guitar is still going. So basically, I'm in love with this stuff, and yeah, we're going to use their fast set and see if it helps finish this build. Leveling beams, Crimson Guitars leveling beams. I never used to really use these, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5, and could do with more, to be honest. I use them for everything from fret leveling to jointing, and then just general. It's a perfectly flat sanding block, and yeah, incredibly useful. Various saws, the new Concepts curping saw for inlays, because I'm also going to be doing a custom inlay of sorts at the 12th fret at the very least. Planes. I love hand planes. This is my little Lee Nielsen, I think they call it the Luthier plane, or it's a little squirrel block plane, basically. And then, of course, Lee Nielsen low angle, what is this? The 164. I love this plane. As a general purpose plane, it's amazing. I'm also going to have my number 3 sharpened and good to go, my Stanley Bailey number 7, and a Clifton block plane, and probably even a Stanley block plane as well, all sharpened up and good to go. Drills, drill bits, brad point bits. I'm going to do a video soon actually talking about the importance of drill bits, but if you buy cheap drill bits, you are going to create a cheap guitar. It's one of those things you just cannot do cheaply. I don't know, you pay for quality, and with drill bits, a good quality drill bit is absolutely essential. We're using Fish, but there are various other brands that I'm playing around with now to see what is good. Now, the final finish of the guitar, we're of course doing this really quickly. I'm going to be probably doing a double stain, so black and red, or blue and red, or I don't know, something like that. Crimson Guitar's stunning stains. This was me experimenting with the squirty top. I nearly squirted the camera there. And it doesn't really atomize very well. We've got the fretboard cleaner and restorative for just before we put the strings on, and the Crimson Guitar's guitar finishing oil. This is our own take on true oil. Essentially, we reverse engineered their oil and then improved on it. And this stuff, a couple of coats of this over some stain and a little bit of Renaissance wax. I feel like I need to buy some more of this. There we go. Renaissance wax. This is a microcrystalline wax. It is phenomenal. I should be able to get the guitar finished to a point where it's actually usable. I have a second bench full of stuff. Various bits and pieces, all of the hardware involved, tuner, all the templates. We're going to be doing a glue-in neck, but with a Strat style neck pocket. You can buy templates like this actually at Crimson Guitars as well. This isn't supposed to be an advert for all the stuff we make, but we make so much stuff and we use it all the time, so it kind of is really. It's going to be a double cutaway type guitar, not necessarily a PRS per se. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. I'm not actually even going to have a template for the body. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Crimson Guitars headstock, so yeah, more templates and the like. Our fret bending jig, absolutely essential to make life, worth living, quite frankly. I'm going to be using, this is the StewMac fret slotting template guide thing, something like that. yeah, we had to drill holes in it and put a centerline on to make it work properly. But I now use the masking tape and super glue trick. Anyway, this is absolutely essential. Sharpening stones. So I've got my Shapton sharpening stones here and various other bits and pieces. This is a Veritas burnisher for scrapers and stuff. Especially, I'm going to try and sharpen as much as humanly possible beforehand. This is going to be my afternoon today. But you have to have good sharpening stones and be prepared to use them quickly. If you don't, it's like the drills. If you have a blunt drill bit, you're screwed. If you have a blunt chisel, you're just not going to do a good job. Hardware, predominantly Schaller. I have in here, there's going to be an unboxing video soon, a set of Monty's guitars pickups, which there's a huge amount of hype being built up around them at the moment, made in London and apparently very good. Radian router cutters. I'm going to use various Radian cutters, including the new 3-flute plunge cutter, which I'm looking forward to. And radius blocks. This is another thing I've sort of avoided using for years, but with the influx of luthiers who now work with me, they all love them, and we've started making them at Crimson Guitars now. And we're starting to offer, by the time this goes live, actually I hope, soon, very soon, we're going to offer very long radius blocks as well as short ones, and you can customize that. I'm going to be using the Draper Expert router and my Triton router, my two favorite beasts, because there's a lot of routing involved, especially, well, we're building this thing by hand, we're not using CNC machines, and you'd be surprised how many times in a build you end up using a drill. So I'm using the Triton T20, and I'm probably going to have the older T12, I think, as well. Hot air gun. This is going to help me with the final finish. When you're applying wax to a guitar, if you just apply wax on cold, it doesn't go on very, very well. Did I say car? If you apply wax on your car, I'm a weirdo. You don't want to point a hot air gun at your car. It might not work. When you're applying wax, if you heat up the rag, then it applies so much quicker, and it's much easier and it buffs up better. Let's put that down. Ooh. Coffee. Without a shadow of a doubt, the most important tool of the day. We're going to have a counter. We're going to have a counter in the corner of the screen dinging every time I have a cup of coffee. It's going to be a lot, I suspect. And, you know, I'm either going to be crying at the end because I failed, or I'm going to have a sort of overdose. PPE, dust masks. I'm playing a lot with these ellipse masks at the moment. They're very comfortable, and unlike my 3M one, it actually fits my face, and it doesn't fog up my glasses. Obviously, oh yeah, my little Proxon mini router. That's going to be used for the custom inlay work quite a lot, and I don't know what we're doing with the inlays, so I've got just a drawer full of various bits of inlay material, mother of pearl and reconstituted stone, and you know, just bits and pieces. Soldering, tissue, acetone for when I'm doing the fret leveling. It is absolutely, totally chaotic. You haven't seen the clamps. There's going to be loads of clamps involved. Crikey. Well, what we're going to do is, in the description below, there's going to be a link to a page on our site where we'll have this list of all these tools that I've got that I'm going to be using. The trick is, while you are watching the live stream, to see what I use that I haven't mentioned today, apart from the machine tools. So there's going to be planar thicknesser action, probably the jet sounder a little bit, router table, the Triton router table downstairs, and bandsaws and the like. But hand tools, let's see how many of these hand tools I've forgotten about in my preparation today, and what we have to use. Mirca. my Mirca pad sander. Nobody thinks I can do this and have an instrument that is actually fine sanded and looks like it doesn't need to be refinished. That's the Mirca 5150, I think. I think that is going to be absolutely essential. The more I talk about this, the more I think about this, the more slightly worried I get, frankly. This is going to be fun. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Please click like, please click subscribe. This is going to be going live a week on Saturday, so Saturday the 11th, I think it was, of June. We will be editing all of this live footage plus another camera or two. We're going to have 2 cameras going the whole time. We're going to be editing that down into an hour's episode, and that's the actual real end product. This 12-hour live stream type thing. Or at least real-time video. It's not what we want to do moving forward. Moving forward, we want to present an hour-long episode to everybody on YouTube. If you support us through Patreon or the Guild or something like that, which is basically, we're going to need the support in order to make these more. It's taking 3 or 4 people full-time, a couple of weeks to do at least. Crikey, the editing for the final. Camera person's nodding and going, ah. So yeah, it's one of those things. We're going to need your support to keep it coming. So Patreon members, etc., will get access to the behind-the-scenes footage and the live, sort of real-time videos of subsequent episodes. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that much more. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you think I can do this or not. In the comments below, and think of me on Monday, because from 8 o'clock GMT on Monday morning I am going to be moving like flash and building a guitar, if at all possible, in 12 hours straight. And of course I've got a guitar show this weekend, so I'm not going to be able to relax on Sunday in preparation. No meditation for me. Look, goodbye. I'll see you soon. Have an excellent time. Cheers. I just winked. Why did I wink? Bloody hell.